It's Veganuary, kids. So you made a resolution to be vegan for a whole month. You don't know what to do with yourself now? Stick with me. We got this. Good evening, everyone. And it is literally not morning. Still trying to work these angles. To me, it's the same day as when I did yesterday's, but for today, for you today, this is today's. For you today, this is today. So yesterday is my today, and today is your today. Let's just to clear that up a little bit. I have been around in my kitchen all day, still cleaning it up and trying to get these camera angles straightened out. I wanted to go with the second recipe that I was making today, my today, your yesterday, or my today and your future. The recipe I want to make today is not necessarily a recipe that was put out by somebody who was vegan, but it happens to be a very vegan recipe. I think you'll enjoy it. It's very refreshing, it's very filling, and it's very different. So anyway, continue with me and we shall make Tabouli salad. The first ingredient we're going to use in this recipe is called bulgur wheat. In case you haven't seen it before, bulgur wheat, it's cracked wheat. Look for cracked wheat. The nice thing about the cracked wheat is it's very natural. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double the recipe. So we'll say 2 cups. So I have roughly about 1.5, 2 cups. 1.5, 2 cups. I did actually find this in my store. And I live in a rural area, a small town in a rural area. So, you know, if I can find these things, they're not that difficult to come by. Now, this is the first time that I've ever seen a great big bag of bulgur wheat. Usually I gotta tell you, all I ever see is a small box. I was very happy to find this one. It was $4 for this whole bag, and that will last me for a while. This is just going to remain dry for right now, and then next what we're going to do is we are going to chop several ingredients. I have a head of parsley right here, and I'm not going to use the entire thing, but I've got that. 2 plum tomatoes, 3 wrapped scallions. Now, just to let you know, options on this recipe too. Different parts of the Middle East, this is actually made a little bit different. This is kind of the base, and this is what I've learned to put in. Oh yes, also mint flakes. Now, some tend to like the dried mint with this. Next, we are going into chopping mode. The one odd thing that you're going to see me do is I'm going to actually take the tomatoes and chop them into a plate. Reason being is I want to collect the liquid. Since you're starting with a dry wheat substance, you want all the liquid to count. And 1 cup of water. So, let's get started. Not to be able to find a large bag like I did, and I was so happy to find we could find that because I have not found that in ages. There is a product out there called Near East where they put a little tiny bit in a box. In my opinion, it's overpriced, but at $3 you can definitely make yourself a fairly decent meal. This right here, I probably paid about $4 for the bag, and this will get me several applications out of here, so you know I'm very happy about that. Yeah, these camera angles, I'm gonna get a backache in like about 2 seconds here. I have everything chopped. Very simple, really. I've got scallions, wrapped scallions, and then I've got parsley, and then I have lemon, juice of 1 lemon, and also I have got chopped tomatoes. Now, just to show you how simple this recipe is, everything is going to go in there. So, starting with the tomatoes, I'll go ahead and put the tomatoes in. Now, these pretty much are fairly finely chopped. You know, you could make them even more fine than this, but anyway, the trick with the tomatoes is you want all the liquid in too. So, and second thing, I'm going to go ahead and put in the parsley and the scallions. Putting those all in. Yeah. And no liquid, just about a fork, and this is the way I'm going to juice the lemon, with a fork. Just stick a fork in, pretty much like this. Just stick a fork in and then twist it. You can get a lot out of there, actually, just by taking the fork and scraping the sides. It goes in. Anyway, I got that one juiced right there, and then let's juice this one. Okay, so juicing. Lots of juices coming out of here. Yes. Okay, so we are done with that. Pulling the lemon seeds out now. What you're going to do is you are going to put 1 cup of water in. So you have lemon juice, tomato juice, and 1 cup of water, and then you are going to stir it up. If you have fresh mint, I'm going to use dried mint. It's just the way that I was taught to do it. So I will go ahead and put probably about 1/2 tablespoon. The last time I made it, I had to make it out of couscous because I couldn't find the bulgur wheat. Well, I'm in the chips now because I know where to get it. Take a look in here, and as you can see, there's a lot of liquid happening. It's really as simple as this. Level it. I'm going to just slide it in the refrigerator like that, and it will sit for the next 30 minutes, and it will be brilliant. So in a pinch, need to work late and just want to take 5 minutes and just feed yourself. This is your vegan product of the day. This is by Boca. You have a vegan veggie burger, you have a chicken veggie patty. Now the thing about buying any fake meats, always look and make sure that it is certified vegan. Right down there we see 4 vegan soy protein patties. This is original vegan veggie burger. You might end up getting a vegetarian version if you're not careful, and on a lot of the vegetarian versions they do use egg as a binding agent, so just make sure that you're getting vegan. And as far as the expense runs on this, with Walmart you can get these for about $3 a piece. You get 4 patties inside, so that's a little less than $1 a patty. This is a good transitional thing, especially if you were used to cheeseburgers and things that go on sandwiches like that. The beauty of these actually is, and especially if you like sandwiches, is that when you actually go to eat these, try them with some of the things that you're maybe familiar with. You could try them with ketchup and mustard, that sort of thing, or mayo, fake mayo. So you could try them as far as that traditional is concerned, but throw something non-traditional on too. I've a really good suggestion that I have is if I do actually feel like a burger or a fake chicken patty, I'll just get a handful of sprouts and actually throw that on too. Somehow build some veggies into it, as many veggies as you want into it, and it just makes it really good. Get creative. You might want a pizza burger, you might want a mushroom burger, something like that. So kind of vary your veggies a little bit. You're definitely getting a soy protein item, and you are also getting a little fresh salad in there too. Go for a whole wheat bread. If you just need a meal quickly, it takes a couple minutes in the microwave. If you heat it in a pan, it maybe about 5 minutes. This is one quick meal that I really have no problems with at all. I was taught to make this recipe a long time ago, and the cook that actually taught me did not necessarily use a food processor. I don't tend to use a food processor, but if you want to, I mean, you're quite welcome to throw the parsley in a food processor. It's supposed to be pretty fine, but it also tastes better texture-wise if it's a little bit leafy. Other variations of this recipe, you can add cucumbers if you would like. You can add more onions if you like, whatever's going to taste really good to you. But also with the bulgur, if you can't find bulgur, you can go with couscous. If you can't find couscous, you can go with something called cracked wheat. Bulgur wheat. Always look in the rice aisle too, because you could look for the Near East brand, and you could get a small box of it. I think that that's overpriced, and I try to avoid it, but if I really want Tabouli and I can't find any other place to get it from, I will actually pick up a box of that. I think it costs $3 a box. Now you're paying for the box, but anyway. What I found today makes up for it. Bulgur wheat in a bag. That's fantastic. I would have had Tabouli much more often in my life had I found that there was a bag of bulgur wheat out there. But we'll come back in about 30 minutes when we're pulling it out of the refrigerator, and you'll see how it's developed. Well, it's getting pretty late, but yeah. Right now I am going to reach into the refrigerator and pull it out to show you what to do next. There it is. So once all the water is absorbed, go ahead and stir it up. The taste test. Oh, good. And I have a friend up here to enjoy it with me. Well, thank you very much, and have a good day.